suggested yesterday he would be open to health care talks with Democrats to end the shutdown. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, Democrat of Texas, serves on the Oversight Committee. She joins me now. Congresswoman, we've seen a bunch of indicators over the last 24 hours, from Trump saying it publicly to Marjorie Taylor Greene's post to a piece in the Wall Street Journal and even something in the Politico now, that there are rumbles within the Republican Party that want to try to come to some deal on the subsidies. Are you hearing anything like that yourself?
Not necessarily, and I just talked to one of my Republican colleagues about 30 minutes ago because I was trying to find out if we were actually going to go back into session next week as my staff is trying to plan what's going on. But I can tell you, we actually discussed that Marjorie was flipping on this because it seems like everything that is important, this child ain't read the bill and has no idea of what's going on. I don't understand why Georgia keeps sending her to D.C., but this is not the first time that she wasn't quite clear on what damage it was that her party was ushering in. But listen, I will take her seeing the light at any point in time. And so, yeah, it's sad that she can only see the light when it directly impacts her because she is elected to represent almost 1 million people. And so not listening to your constituents as they're calling and they're talking about their struggles, but then making it about your children, your adult children, because their premiums are going to go up. Listen, I'll take a yes vote or somebody coming to the table whatever way I can get it, but I just don't believe that that's how government is supposed to work. I don't have any children. When I am governing for the people that elected me, and I don't think that I should be looking at it and thinking, well, because this personally is going to impact me, then maybe I should flip how I feel about it.
Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett didn't come to play. As the government shutdown drags on, she's calling out Republicans who suddenly see the light, but only when it hits their own pockets. Speaking on national TV, Crockett revealed she had just spoken with one of her Republican colleagues, and what she heard was chaos. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene, she said, is backtracking on her usual hardline stance because, quote, her adult children's premiums are about to go up. Jasmine laughed and asked what millions of Americans are thinking. Why does Georgia keep sending her back to D.C.? But Crockett didn't stop there. She made it clear. Leadership isn't about what affects you personally. It's about the people you are elected to serve. Quote, I don't have children, she said, but when I govern for the people that put me here. Then she exposed the deeper problem. The House being sent home during a shutdown. We could be working, she pressed. We're getting paid. We could pass the 12 appropriations bills instead of waiting for a miracle from the Senate. She even called out Speaker Mike Johnson for refusing to swear in Democrat Adelita Grijalva until her party agrees to end the shutdown. Crockett called it what it is, pure politics tied to the Epstein files and the fear of losing votes. Her message hit hard. Every time Republicans try to tear down the Affordable Care Act, it backfires. She declared, this isn't just about one person's family. It's about everyone's family, your children, your parents, your grandparents. And with that, Crockett closed her segment confident that Americans now see exactly who's fighting for them and who's flipping when it hits their wallet. So what do you think of Jasmine's fiery clapback? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and don't forget to subscribe for more bold moments from the Hill.
His stance was that he was like, aren't the Dems going to cave? So, you know, I don't know. I don't work in the Senate, you know what I mean? But I haven't heard anything about any caving going on. And I think this issue is just too important. And, you know, this is actually a really ripe time to have these conversations, because one of the reasons I'm sure that Rep. Greene knows that the premiums are going to double is because this is when people are actually going through the renewal process, right? Yep. Like this is when most people are signing up for their plans. And so now they are seeing in real time what the estimated cost is going to be. So I do think that is a fight worth waging, because it's not just about Rep. Greene's children. It's about everybody's children. It's about everybody's grandparents as well. And so I think that the Democrats, again, are on the right side of history. And every single time the Republicans have tried to, in some way, get rid of the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare or the marketplace, it is really really backfired in the most bipartisan way. And so now that the American people are paying attention and they understand why this standoff is taking place, I'm pretty confident that the American people are standing with the Democrats as it relates to what it is that we're fighting for in this moment.
Quickly, last question for you. Earlier today, Mike Johnson said he would swear in Adelita Grijalva whenever she wants. That was his words, as soon as she wants. And then a few hours later, his office put out a statement saying he's not planning to allow Democrats' newest member to be sworn in until her party agrees to end the government shutdown. One seems to have nothing to do with the other. Like, he could swear her in. They've sworn in Republican members. Do you think this really is about signatures on that discharge petition, the Epstein files?
This is absolutely about Epstein. This is absolutely about Epstein and not wanting to take that vote. It was my opinion that the White House was going to work on getting some of the Republicans off of the discharge. We only have 4. But, you know, another thing about this is that we could be working, Chris. We could be passing actual appropriations bills. The reason that we need a CR is because we've not passed the 12 appropriations bills. So we could come back and do some work, considering the fact that we are getting paid, so that, you know what, they can go ahead and send it to the Senate, and then they don't have to worry about a stopgap. Instead, they would actually have done their jobs.